we woke up today probably 2 pounds lighter than we were yesterday. Yesterday I was a little bit soft, not soft, far from soft. I had a very, very slight film of water over me. I had a huge amount of carbs the day before, so we pulled the carbs back yesterday. Woke up this morning, dry as a bone and very, very light. So James has put 300 grams of carbs yesterday, so he's increased it today by 150, so we're on 450 today, which is 75 grams a meal, and 200 grams of white meat, which will be pretty much right through now until tomorrow, probably 2 hours before we go on stage, and then he's instructed me to have a burger and chips, which will no doubt taste unbelievable. And then probably an hour before we go on, I'll have some blueberry muffins, a little bit of jam, which again we've got. I love sweet things, I never used to, but I think the closer I get to the show, the more that's what I want. So it's a bit of a blessing for me, and it means that it kind of keeps me excited and interested. Not that I'm not excited and interested to compete, obviously, but it means we can get the job done with a smile on our faces, and hopefully, because it's been such a long time since my boys had sugar in it, I should take it quite well, but we will see. There. We had to do a cut out of the video because it's now 6:15. It's now 6:15 and the pan's just heated up, so apologies for the cutting it. It's not really, it's 5:2, but it has taken for fucking hour to do. This is what 75 grams of carbs look like. And that is what we'll be having with my turkey when it's done.
I need those parts to rebuild Ollie.
This is, it can smell unbelievable. And bearing in mind I've not had a muffin. I don't think I've had a muffin since, when I compete in May. I don't think I've had a muffin since May, which is what I tend to do. You know, I'll have them backstage, always have them. It's, again, when I'm allowed to eat them, not interested, not even a little bit. I'd rather have a rice cake, but obviously with anybody, as you know, if you prep, you get to a certain point in life and you fucking play there on the knees. I am writing that this is, once I finish, the 3.5 litres of water that I'm allowed to it, because otherwise I'll forget what I've drunk and it throw me into a mad panic later.
Yeah, my hands steady, I feel ready, but my legs heavy, I don't get it. How come I haven't hit it already? Still working, I'm still learning, I'm still searching, finally earning something, finally turning something called a profit. If I hear you talking shit, don't get caught in it. I'll be popping off and hit your ass, dropping all your shit. Yeah, I promise this, I got promises, you ain't stopping this. Cross my shit, you'll be knocked unconscious, bitch. That's the consequence, I got this, I will not quit. Man, I'm on it, honest, I'm gonna launch quick. Then like a student though, working on a movement, yeah, I'll do it cause I'm in the zone. And you know that I'm ready for the shows. How it goes, I don't know, but I'm waiting till I'm chose. Front row, here I go. All these people wanna know what you think of them lately. Do you really love me or do you really hate me? On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you grade me? All this social media has got me going crazy lately. Everything's inflated, mainly everyone's invaded. Privacy is naked, man, I really hate it. God, I really hate it. I just wanna make it through all this fake shit. Living in the real life, living for some real times. Talk about the real climb, passionate in real rhymes. Steal time back from my 9 to 5, taking back my fucking life. I just wanna feel alive. And I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God, I get it, bro. So don't just let me get it. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna get it, yeah, I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God I'll get it, bro. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Yeah, I never give up. Fake it till fucking taking, take it back from these haters, playing tracks for the traitors. Got the passion in depths when it happens. Factions take actions, drafting their captains. It's happening. I'm raising my status, facing the madness. I'm out gaining traction, avoid the distractions. I'm snapping, no captions, attracting reactions, adapting, attacking, commanding the masses. I'm practicing habits. I don't fucking ask it, I just fucking grab it. I am never static, massively active, expanding, backslid, planning to have it. So I will go capture it, and I'ma stay after it. I'm gonna fucking master it, put them on blast it. They will never last it. Don't be so dramatic, not my demographic. This shit is democratic, they vote effects, yeah, bitch. Yeah. I can't lose, I'ma pass through if I have to. Teach them all like a classroom, If I want it, then I get it. Work hard, don't regret it, yeah, I said it, Head down, I'm focused, you notice. They notice, show this, I'm blowing. Keep going, showing, I'm growing. Flowing and coasting, I'm owning. Work hard, play hard, let the party start. Can't lose when I'm giving out bars. Yeah, can't lose when I'm giving out art. Yeah, confused, man, it's just the start. I will not fucking lose, swear to God, pay my dues. Never lost in the views, and I'm not quitting soon. Never stop what I do, I'm the boss in the room. Selling stocks, make a move to the top, coming soon. I can't lose this time. Yeah, I can't lose this time.
May I say, much improved from the Pro-Am Oscars a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Much improved. Paul Latham! And Paul wins the overall Mr. West Britain. Let's hear it for Paul! Overall Mr. West Britain, Paul Latham.
Yeah, from the beginning. So
From the Saxon?
Yeah.
Saxon was the first, the PCA Saxon Classic, which was the first, I'm not sure the dates. Which we, the Saxon, the height classes are slightly different than the Saxon, the PCA. That's my little girl. And obviously I'm not the tallest guy yet, and in the class that where I sit is, there's probably a good 6 inches, well maybe not 6 inches, but a few inches taller guys than I am, and I kind of knew that I'd be up against it size-wise. I'm not really the biggest guy on stage, but what I can normally bring to the table is conditioning. So we decided that we were going to push the boundaries with conditioning and try and come in absolutely inside-out pilled, which we were, to be fair. Leading up to the show, we water load, same as most people, a couple of water the evening before and then just sit throughout the day. That's normally good enough for me. I come in dry in condition. This time we went for a slightly different approach, which I have done before and has worked. So it wasn't really a case of I didn't think it was going to backfire. We water loaded up until Thursday. I went up to 6 litres of water, cut down I think to 4 litres. Friday, I think 3 litres or 2.5 litres on the Saturday, and then very, very little on the Sunday, was absolutely peeled, but then tried to pump up, couldn't pump up, and I just, as a result, I was as flat as a pancake. I was very, very lean, but because I wasn't full, there was no muscle volume stretching the skin, so I didn't appear to be peeled. I didn't appear to be, swollen. It was just kind of stepped on stage as I woke up in the morning, which obviously wasn't a look that we were going for. So that's the PCA. That kind of knocked my confidence a little bit, if I'm honest. I finished third, don't get me wrong. The guy that won, Lewisbury, phenomenal, massive, probably had 40 pounds of muscle on me. Take my hat off to the guy. It was a relatively close call between me and second. I think he deserved to beat me. He was fuller than I was, he was rounder than I was, and he did have a very, very good physique. Had I come in my normal shape, so we say, I don't know if it would have been different or not, but I certainly would have been a bit happy with what I presented. So off the back of that, we then obviously went into the nabba Pro-Am, which was 2 weeks after. Had the conversation with my coach, decided to not go the opposite way, but go back to water loading, but keep the food high. I think I was pushing 500, maybe 600 grams of carbs at one point within the final week. Water went up, went into show day, kept my water high, kept food high, was huge on stage, swollen, but because of that, I kind of traded off the condition. So yes, I was big, yes, I was full, but I just had like a film of water over me. And again, it wasn't like I was going for the wrong reasons, and the opposite reasons to the Saxon. So at that point, we were supposed to be done. I was supposed to have a little break and then do the British finals. I spent, it's my little girl trying to get home. I spent a lot of time deciding what did I want to do. I was pretty down. I'd almost go as far as to say I wasn't depressed, but I was pretty pissed off about it. So we decided that we were going to do the nabba West. Went right back to basics, did what we did when we first started, kept it simple, kept it very, very basic. Didn't go mad with the food, didn't really change anything. And then a very, very small water load, set to 1.8 litres of water, if you want to be precise about it, that's including pumping up. Walked on stage, absolutely fucking peeled, full, round, the best I've ever looked in my whole bodybuilding career by a mile. All the judges said, most of the judges that were there for that were there for the nabba Pro-Am, they were there for the PCA as well. So I think we've got it in terms of where I want to be. We know now how to get there. So yeah, watch this space. We've got 2 weeks now just to dial things in nicely for the British finals, and then the week after that's the World. So I think we're going to keep the videos up for that. We've kind of been a bit quiet on them, only because, not because I didn't win, but because, if I'm honest, I have more important things to do, which was to try and get this right. And I know it sounds a bit stupid, but when your head's not there and you're not in it, it's quite difficult to try and keep, not entertaining people, but to keep doing this, because you kind of feel, well, I failed, am I making a fool of myself? But I'm not doing what it is I set out to do. So why would you want to push that out to the world? And that's maybe not the right way of looking at things, but this is the reality of it. It's a hard sport physically, but I believe it's harder mentally. But yeah, we got there in the end for a process of willpower, I suppose, process of elimination, and just going back to basics. So 2 weeks time, we got the finals. Hopefully we can nail it for then, and we can come away with the gold statue, but we will keep you posted.